Now there is a construction of a circular highway, which, if connected with bridges over the Liolupe and Drigsa, could constitute the roundabout so necessary for Jelgava. It's needed as soon as possible, as it could be used during construction or emergencies on the bridge.
Ļoti perspektīvs ir Eiropas Savienības projekts, kas saistīs Ļeņingradu, jeb Pēterburgu, pareizāk sakot, un Maskavu, caur Pleskavu, caur Reizekni, Jelgavu, Liepāju, Kēnigsbergu uz Berlīni. Es domāju, ka šis projekts ir ļoti perspektīvs gan kravu pārvadājumiem, gan pasažieru pārvadājumiem, un tad rodas šī nepieciešamība pēc tiltiem, tad rodas nepieciešamība pēc sakārtotas infrastruktūras. Un droši vien arī tad, kad šo tiltu veidos, būs mazas izmaiņas detaļu plānojumā, vajadzēs benzīntanku, vajadzēs tur kādu kafejnīcu, vajadzēs vēl varbūt dažas tādas lietiņas. Līdz ar to ir ļoti būtiski, lai šis projekts ir realizētos un lai mēs viņam būtu gatavi, kā tas ir paredzēts mūsu ģenerālplānā.
But there are serious arguments against bridge building. The meadows of the Liolupe River have been given the status of ornithological conservation area. This area is within the city limits, which puts an increased human impact on it. It's affected by both air and water pollution. The building of a bridge could cause irreversible changes in the conservation area, which is why there are plans to make an environmental impact assessment to decide the optimal operation of the bridge and other technical conditions. The city street network should provide fast and convenient means for cars and pedestrians to get to their destination. Residents now say that there are too many one-way streets that hinder movement. To start their gradual reconstruction and rearrangement, all the streets in the new plan have been categorized as between sections or intersectional streets. On the biggest between sectional streets, there will be transport movement. This means less traffic on the small streets. The transportation system should fit within other inner and international transportation systems and provide the necessary conditions for transportation needs. At the same time, it shouldn't have a negative influence on the living conditions, on health and the security of the residents. Ever since the 19th century, Jelgava has been an important railway junction. Today the railway is the most dangerous place in town. It's the junction of two main railway lines, north-south and east-west. The railway is especially important for the transit of oil and biochemical goods. A feature of this rail junction is that it lies dangerously close to the residential part of the city. Something must be done about this.
Šeit Jelgavā ir tas punkts, kur šīs te vilcienu sastāvi apstājās un kur viņi tiek pārbaudīti. Un līdz ar to riska faktors par to, ka šie dzelzceļa sastāvi šeit stāv, šie ir ar ķīmiskām un dažādām kaitīgām vielām. Riska faktors ir tāds, kurš šobrīd 800 reizes vispār pārsniedz Eiropā pieļautās normas. Un līdz ar to mēs arī savā transporta sistēmā risinājām iespēju veidot šādu te dzelzceļa apvedceļu.
The minimal program foresees transportation of dangerous chemical goods through the city without stops. Rolling stock should be checked before entering the town in one of the closest stations. The optimal program foresees transporting chemical goods in a bypass around Jelgava to the north or the south. The residents themselves admit that standing in the train station for too long makes them nervous.
Baidos, ka iedzīvotāji nespēja izmainīt šajā dzelzceļa sistēmā neko, kā tie vagoni ir stāvējuši, tā viņi stāvēs, kā tādu saturu, kāds viņos būs iekšā, bet man varbūt interesētu tas, kāds labums ir pilsētē. No tā, kad pilsēta tiek pakļauta kaut kādiem draudiem, kaut kādas iespējams nelaimes gadījumā, vai pilsēta par to saņem kaut kādu naudu.
What's the face of the town? Ugly residential blocks, electric plant architecture in the central part of the city. Where's a place that residents can meet in and call downtown? Is there a downtown at all?
Mēs šobrīd atrodamies pilsētas centrālajā laukumā, kas ir būtībā skvērs, caur kuru šobrīd ir tikai tāda tranzīta iedzīvotāju kustība, bet cilvēkam ir vajadzīgs viens konkrēts centrs, kur viņš var justies, ka viņš atrodas savā pilsētā, savā pilsētas sirdī.
Before the war, the role of the center belonged to the marketplace. The development plan during the Soviet period focused on the central part of the city, especially the former marketplace, rebuilding it as a central square suitable for parades. Its finest decoration became a monument of the father of the Soviet system, Lenin.
Vēsturiski šīs pilsētas centri neredz vienkārši vairāk, jo nekādas vēsturiskās saiknes nav vairs tikpat kā nojaušams Jelgavā. Centrālais laukums, kas gan tagad pārdēvēts par Hercoga Jēkaba laukumu, jau faktiski ir šis pilsētas centrs, liels laukums, kurā, kāpēc laukums tiek saukt par centri, jā.
In 2011, the next city plan is to be drawn up. Will there be a clearly identified city centre, a new bridge, bigger districts with private houses and industrial buildings outside the city? Until then, everyone who's considering a building project in Jelgava will have to consider the general plan of 1999. The economical development of the city and the state will determine whether the next city plan will include new ideas.